Hello everyone, this is Diane. Today is December 22nd, it's Friday, and I'm just going to do a video here using my big dies. Remember we organized yesterday, we organized the dies, and I said that I had those big ones in a drawer, and I don't use them that much. So I want to use them today. I got so excited to actually look at them and see what I have in there. I have used them, and I don't think I bought any of those. They were given to me by a friend of mine who used to do paper crafts and then just decided to quit all of a sudden, and she gave me a whole bunch of stuff back then. That was years ago. So I'm pretty sure I haven't purchased any of those big dies. But this is what we did yesterday. We were organizing these. I'm looking at the clock so I make sure I can see the timer thing. We were organizing these on magnets. So I just wanted to show you how nice and neat it looks. This one, I didn't have enough magnets for everything, and those are Christmas ones, so I don't use them that much. This one is too big to fit, to pocket. But I wanted to show you, because I finished it. I worked on it after I stopped the video. So this one has all the leaves. Remember, I got all confused with the leaves and the flowers. This one has leaves. It's at least 2 different sets, and I think these 3 go to something else, so that might be 3 sets that they came from. I put my round-topped tag die set in here and then added these little extra pieces. And I added my Tim Holtz things, and these are the Planner Essentials 21, and this is from Elizabeth Craft Designs. And since it's got so many pieces, I did use 2 magnetic sheets in this. So I have extra envelopes because I used 2 sheets in 2 or 3 of the sets. So I got confused about the flowers too. So I believe this set is complete, and this set is missing a couple flowers and 1 leaf. Oh, I wonder if the leaf is in that leaf set. Where did I just put that? Well, I'll have to look for that to see if there's a leaf. Here it is. Nope, that's not in there. Okay, and what else did I need to show you out of here? Oh, look at this one. This is a Tim Holtz set that I hadn't even opened yet. I've had it for quite a while, but I've never opened it. I think it intimidates me because it would be very fussy to make these things, and I don't do a lot of fussy things, but I really liked it. I love these little numbers. And look at those tiny little individual numbers. There's 3 of each number, so at least you can cut out multiples. Wow. So there they are there. So I'll have to get that out and play with it sometime soon. And then that tattered doily, I put it on with the other doilies, but I decided to just keep it in its own envelope. So, and these are staying in here, and those squares. These I might put on a magnet when I get more magnets. And this is just 1 die, so it's just still in its envelope. And this one only has the 3 large pieces, so that's going to stay there. And this one only has 2 pieces. So some of them I'm keeping. They're nice, sturdy envelopes. So I'm keeping them in that. So that's what that looks like. And I also wanted to show you, because we did this the other day, and I took a lot out of it. And look how nice and tidy that is. everything is in its own little stack, and it's not so overwhelming because it's not just overflowing. So, and I've got the pieced pieces here and then the individual pieces there. So fun. Can't wait to use them. Now, I also want to show you one more thing before we get started die cutting. I think I told you in a video that Lorna Taylor wanted to send me a free digital because I bought her stamps and I was showing things that I did with them, and I'm not done with that. I still have a lot more to do with them. But she's such a sweetheart, like I said, and she wanted to send me a free digital, and then she said, pick as many as you want. Well, I didn't want to be greedy. She's got so many nice sets, and I already have a bunch of them, but I picked French embroidery patterns, and she's got 2 sets, so I just said, I like the French embroidery patterns. So later on that day, when she was getting ready to send them to me, she said, I didn't send you French embroidery pattern set 1 because you already have it. I didn't even know I had it. But she sent me set 2, but then she sent me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sets all together. She just went through and she made sure they were sets that I didn't have. And she said that I have a lot of them, and she would pick something out, and I then discovered that I already had it. But anyway, these are what she sent. And I printed these on my inexpensive thin paper because these are French checks, antique French checks. And it's spelled the French way, C-H-E-C-Q-U-E-S. And I thought they would be better printed on a thin paper because, you know, they would be thin papers. So I didn't print all of them because her sets have so many pages. So I printed a sample of each so I could show them to you. I will link her shop. I don't know if I will link all 6 of the sets, but I will type in what the sets are so you can find them more easily. So those are really cool. And then she sent me antique French receipts. I printed 2 of those, also on thin paper. And then the embroidery, French embroidery, and I forgot to change my paper to the nice paper, so these are still on the thin paper. But look how pretty. These came out of antique magazines. It says 1965, so that's not antique, but it's old. 1965, and it's in French, and it's beautiful. This one is 1921, so that one is antique. I love them. And then she sent French letter set 2. And these are, yeah, they're still on the thin paper. This looks like a very thin paper that was originally written on. It's 18 something. I can't read the entire date, but I love that. And here's another one. And I think that there was a backside to this because I saw the one right after this when you're looking at the files. It was plain, but it had, well, it might have had this address on the back. I can kind of see through it. It's a sheer paper. And then it had that notch, so I could print that again and glue them together. And she sent me Toile wallpapers, sets 1 and 2. I don't know which set is which, but I printed a bunch of these, and I did use my nice paper for these. That's very interesting. Love the colors of this. A lot of them are neutral, and I did print some neutrals, but I wanted to print some of the pretty colored ones, so you could see them. Love this blue. Looks like a Delft. It's got windmills. And then this is from the other set. I think the first set I showed you was set 2. And there are so many, I think there are 38 pages of wallpaper in each set. And she sent me 2 sets. Thank you so much, Lorna. I can't wait to have fun playing with these in 2024. All right, so I have these. I don't even know what these are called, but they're by Sizzix and Tim Holtz. And hopefully we'll get a chance to use all of them today. I practiced just on one because I had to remember what kind of a sandwich you need. They call it a sandwich for the layers that you stack up to put through the machine to have just the right tension. Obviously this is thick, so I can't use this, which we typically do. Then it has these tabs you can use to make it thinner or thicker. I don't need that with this, but I need something because it just, you know, there would be absolutely no tension. So I ended up putting my cutting plate on the bottom, and then this, and then another cutting plate, well, with the paper on top of that. And I thought it might be too loose, and I might need to put a shim in there, but it cut beautifully. So there are my 2 tags that I got for my practice run. Love that polka dot paper. So I have my boxes of scraps right next to me on the floor. One is plain cardstock and one is patterned paper. I want to do a couple more tags. This is quite heavy. This is from the cover of a book. Let's see if it's wide enough. Yes. Very nice. Even the thick card, it cut very nicely. Well, you know, I love tags, so I think I need to do one more. I think that's just barely wide enough. Very quickly, I have 6 tags. What is this? Oh, this would cut a file tab. So you would want to line it up with the top of whatever you're doing, but it's going to cut twice. So you have to have it, yeah, on the edge like that. So this one isn't going to cut. Let me try to figure this out. First, I'm going to cut this. So I want this tab right there, and I might have to trim, might have to do some trimming. Let's just see what happens. Well, that's not, yeah, that's going to work because this tab isn't going to cut. I was thinking I had both tabs on the card, but I don't. Yeah, it cut. So all I have to do is trim where the card was a little too long. very nice. So this one cuts in the middle and the other one would cut off to the side. And then I have this one, which is also an edge. I think this one has more detail in it. So I want to do something with thinner paper. And not much pattern. This just has very small polka dots. So I'm just going to put it through and see what it does. So my friend had given me something that she made with this. And what she did was, let me show you. She cut it like this. And it doesn't cut it completely out of the paper. Probably should have used a little shim with a more intricate design. But they're all out now. So she had a piece like this. I'm gonna trim the edges so they're even with the design. You don't have to do that. But because this edge is torn, I want to do that. And then she just folded it over like that. And she had it as a flap on something. So this was tucked into a pocket or something, or on a card, I don't remember, but I do know that this was a flap and it pulled out of a pocket. So I think that's what it was. I could put a card on this, one that contrasts more, and tuck it into a pocket, and this would hang out over the pocket, and then you could pull it out and write on it. That's cool. Okay, what's next? Oh, this is a cathedral window. I cut these in black before, and I did a craft with wallpaper with these. I'm pretty sure it was wallpaper. I put wallpaper behind the window, but I'm going to cut this out in black. And then I could, oh, it's got two pieces there. Then I could take tissue paper, or vellum or something, and use alcohol inks to stain it, and then put it behind this window to make it look like a stained glass window. So that cuts very nicely. I'm going to keep these 4 pieces right here with this, so I'll just cut them all out, and then I'll do a project with them at some point. This one is flowers, and there might be one that goes with it. I'm not sure. Nope, I guess not. Okay. So this, I would probably spend some time cutting out various colors and patterns, and then I would layer them. I would mix and match. So this way you get 4 cut at once. These, I don't think I went down far enough. These steel blades that are inside there cut so nicely. I'm gonna move that up so I can get those 2 that I didn't cut. And of course the other blade's cut up there. Okay, we got some flowers. Let's do one more. Looking for something that doesn't have too big of a pattern and that's not real heavy, because I have to layer it. This is probably too narrow. I can get a couple flowers out of it anyway. I can layer some. This is a great way to use up some scraps. I think these are bigger than any I have with the other kinds of die cuts, of dies. So something like that with a brad in it. I'm not sure I like these papers. Maybe that was just too much. And this might be too pale. But that looks cute together. See, that's cute. I like these. I'll have fun playing with those, and I'll make more in different colors and patterns, solids. this one is alphabet letters. Got another piece of black here, but it's not quite big enough. I did bring in some full sheets, but not black. I'll use this navy blue. They're not alphabet letters, they're numbers. Make sure, yeah, I went all the way. So there must be another block, I think. Yeah, because this starts at 3. Got to be more than 1 and 2 on the other one. Curious. I don't think I ever used this one. So that's fun. You know, I love to add numbers to things. That's a really easy way to make them, and they're nice and big ones. Let's see. That's not it. Well, I don't see the other plate that has 1 and 2. Let me go look at something. Just on the other side of the room. No, I knew I had at least one long one, and I thought maybe it had alphabet and 1 and 2 on it, but it doesn't. If I have time, I'll make something with this. So I don't know what happened to that, but I can make a bunch of numbers. I'll do some more while we're right here. It's even got the ampersand, but no 1 and 2. Maybe I put it aside with the ones I already cut. Maybe I grabbed it by mistake. Nope. It's just not here. All right, this one is a little scalloped pocket thing or envelope. So it makes it like this, and I thought it would score it, but it's not scored. Maybe if I had a shim in it, it would score it. I'm going to try just to see. This first, then this. Yes, so it has score marks on it. And you fold it. And I've made it before, and I think I put embroidery floss through these 2 holes so that you could tie it and untie it to open it up. So that's kind of cute, isn't it? I like that. This one, the first one I did, here it is, without the scores. I can still fold it. So I'll keep that. What's next? Try to keep my space relatively tidy. Ooh, this is a fun one. This is a picture wheel, like a Viewmaster. Just put this in here just to make sure all those little holes get cut out. Can definitely feel additional tension with that. Just that thin piece of cardstock. It's actually it's doubled. It's very polished from all the times it's gone through there. Look at that. So much fun we could have with this. Let's try that in different colors. I didn't put a shim in it. Let's see what the difference is. No difference, and they all come out very nicely. Oh, oh my goodness. It cut through 2. It cut beautifully through 2 pieces. I didn't know I had it doubled. So let's do some more. These are great. I'll have to have a craft session making something with these. So I'll cut them in a rainbow of colors and play around with them. But we're going to move on to see what the next die is. I think these are called steel blade dies. Is that right? This one is a large canning jar with some accessory pieces. So, I wonder if I could cut that in acetate. I'm not going to cut the accessory pieces with this, because one piece is the bands. Well, they would be glass too. And the other, I'm not really sure what that is for. I guess it's some sort of a metal piece that goes on it. Oh, I don't know. I think I'll cut those out of metal, so it might look like a cap or something. And I'd probably have to cut the top of the jar in the same metal, but I don't know how much I want to mess with it today. Can't see it, but it's there. Probably still can't see it. That's cool. So I'm just gonna take a piece of this grayish cardstock and pretend it's, no, because it would be brassy color to make it look more realistic. All right, I'm gonna grab some metallic cardstock. I think I would make a great big gluey mess trying to glue these onto the acetate. I know the glue would show up really badly. And then I don't know what that's supposed to be. But I would probably just cut the jar out of white cardstock and decorate it. I do have dies for a die for a smaller jar, but I like the big one too. That would make a fun tuck spot. Okay, what's next? And where are we with time? We're doing okay. This is one of my favorites. If you hear people mention the jelly bean sack or bag, that's what this is. It's by Sizzix. It's called Pocket with Scallop Edge, and it's by Jelly Bean Soup. And I don't think they're in business anymore, but I don't know. Anyway, let me show you what it makes. If you don't know what I'm talking about. I've used this a lot, but not lately. One time I went to get it, a long time ago, went to look for it to make some, and I couldn't find it, and I was very distressed because I forgot that it was one of these thick ones, and I was looking in the metal dies. This one I did buy, so I did buy one. I had looked and looked and looked and looked for it because I kept seeing it on people's journals. And then one day I saw it at Hobby Lobby. It had never been there before, and it was on clearance. So I grabbed it. And then you fold it. This one doesn't make score marks. Wish it did for these little pieces. I don't think it has score marks. Looks like it should. Maybe I'll try it again with a shim. So then you just fold it. And then you can decorate it or leave it as it is. And you have this adorable little pocket. with the jagged edge, the pinked edge. I love that. Because you can definitely fold that, make, you know, cut that and make one yourself. But I love the pinked edge. Try one with this. Oh, this is heavy. So this is double-sided, so this part wouldn't be white. And I'm going to put a shim with it to see if I get the score marks, because being heavier, this would be harder to fold those tiny little flaps. Oh, it has to go sideways, but I want to try it, so we're gonna try it. The flowers will be sideways. Oh yes, it's scored. Oh, it's cut. It scored too much, so that shim was just too much. Darn it. It's cut there too, but you can see how it looks with double-sided paper. That's really nice, and I don't even mind that the flowers are sideways. I do mind that it's split in two. Let's try that again. This is double-sided. We'll do it without the shim this time, and it still has to go sideways. It is lightly scored, but the little flaps are not. Well, maybe a little bit. You can see it on this side better. So I'll fold it that way first. What a nice little pocket. Love it. I have 3 dies left. This one, oh, I love this little tag here. This one makes a tag and a little flappy pocket thing. I've got some pink here, so we'll just go with that. Let's see if it's wide enough. Not quite. So I'm going to grab a full sheet instead of looking for a piece that will fit. I brought this whole stack of colored cardstock in and didn't even use it. So now we will. Let's do a yellow one also. I have made tags with this die, and then I punch a circle out and maybe 2 graduated sizes, depending, with pattern paper or something, and glue them on there, and they look really cute, but they look cute all by themselves. And then this folds up, and it's got this little piece that's cut, and it tucks right in there. Isn't that cute? So you could glue that down and then open that up to journal, or tuck this in a pocket. I love this die. See, I need to get these out more. Love them. So this and the picture wheel are among my favorites of these dies. Let's see what else we have. This is fun. Okay, this cuts out a bunch of tabs and little tags. This is fun too. I like this one. So let's just go ahead and use this yellow piece. It says tiny tabs and tags. It's a Tim Holtz one. It has a couple reinforcers. So I could cut the green one out and mix and match the colors. And then these little tabs are fun. Tiny little tags that I could hang off of a bulb pin or use in a collage. It's another reinforcer. And then some tabs. So I could cut these out in a whole bunch of different colors and keep them nearby. This one has a hole cut in it, so I could put a word behind it. I like this round tag too. Yeah, that's really fun. Now, how much are you enjoying watching me just cut stuff? Would you like to see me use some, not all, of the other dies? That whole basket full of dies, because I have a ton of them, as you saw. Would you enjoy seeing me cut some of them, or just have them already cut and make stuff with them, or both? Let me know. So I wasted a lot of space here. I could have moved. I did that on both of them, but I can use those pieces for other things. Where's reinforcement? You get 2 of those, so you can put one on the front and on the back of that tag. That's pretty, isn't it? See, I can make more tabs out of this paper. I didn't waste it. And I'll do the same for this later. Okay, now the next one is a bigger one. It's not the really big one that I showed you, but this one is Tim Holtz Large Stems. So I think I'd like to cut this out of a dyed paper, maybe. Where's my dyed paper? Oh, here it is. Oh, how about this grungy stuff? This turned out really grungy, and I like it, but I never wanted to use it in whatever project I was doing. I think it might be great for these. Wish I remember how I made this, because I don't remember. I think I'll use a shim on this, because these are a little more detailed. They don't have pieces to poke out, but their edges are detailed. Well, that didn't even cut out, so it must have been off the edge or something. Let's see, that's up there. Oh, it's there. I don't know, I'll try it again. Neither of these cut at the bottom, and I just wasted that beautiful paper. Sorry if that's too loud, dropping that thing on the table every time. Definitely cut this time. Those are nice. Very nice. And I will use up these little pieces, these scrap pieces of this grungy paper. I will not waste it. All right, what time is it? Oh, I'm past my time. So that's all I'm going to make in this video. I'll just show you quickly. My time is 45 minutes is what I strive for, but sometimes it's more. So we did those pieces. We did all of these little tiny tabs and tags. We did a couple of the jelly bean soup pockets. And these fun things. And some picture wheels and a mason jar. This little pocket twice. And all of these numbers and flowers and a cathedral window, stained glass window. And this flat piece. I could cut that off and just glue it onto something. It doesn't have to remain like that. A tabbed card and some tags. That was a lot of fun making all those things. How about that? I hope you had fun too. I hope you'll come back to see what's next in store for my craft room. And I hope to see you there, and I will, I'll be here, whether you're here or not. So I hope you're having a creative day, and I'll see you very soon. And I'm not sure what day this is going to air, but I'm going to say Merry Christmas to everyone. Merry Christmas. Love you all. Thank you so much for your support. Bye.